The upcoming Fox Business Republican primary debate is going to have a little bit more room on the stage for the candidates to stretch out because two of them, Christie and Mike Huckabee, are being booted to the undercard debate. It's finally starting to clear out a little bit. Christie and Huckabee barely missed the mark, finishing with 2.25% in the four polls that were being considered for inclusion in this debate. Those conducted by Fox News, NBC, Wall Street Journal, Quinnipiac, and the Investor's Business Daily. If either candidate scored just 1 percentage point higher in any of those polls, they would have made it onto the debate stage. Wow. Now, Rand Paul did just barely pass that mark, but the other two, it's such a small difference between making it and not making it onto that stage.
Chris Christie's poll numbers get any lower, he's going to trip over them, and then someone's going to have to help him up.
I not only denounce and reject that joke based on, overweight Americans are deeply offended by it, including myself. I also denounce and reject this graphic behind us.
No. It's because they're hamming it up on the debate stage
of
constantly.
course. That's why
right.
I don't even get what you mean.
I get it. Yes.
Okay. It's not that they're porky.
Yeah. No, not at all. Okay. Now, on to the substance of this. I actually am very conspiratorial about who gets included in debates. They're not based on facts. Okay. Sometimes there are conspiracies. So in the last election cycle in 2012, Buddy Roemer, former governor of Louisiana, former congressman, arguably maybe one of the most experienced guys in the whole Republican side, was excluded from the debates conveniently because he wanted to get money out of politics, right? And whatever standard that they put on the debates, he would meet, and then they would change it retroactively. Amazing. So on the Democratic side this time around, they did that to Larry Lessig. So he wants to get money out of politics. They're like, get 1% of the polls. He gets 1% of the polls. They're like, okay, we're not including your name in the polls anymore. Then everybody complains, wait a minute, that's not fair. Include his name in the polls. So they include his name in the polls. And then they say, you have to get 1% in the last 6 polls. But wait a minute, 3 of them already happened.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, if you don't have a time machine, sorry, you can't make it into the debates. What the hell, right? So there are conspiracies because there are certain agendas that the networks have, the Democratic Party has. The Democratic Party doesn't want to talk about corruption and money in politics because the person who's going to win, Hillary Clinton, has more money than almost anybody, including the Republicans, right? So in this case, I immediately looked for, okay, why do they want to exclude Huckabee and Christie? Because understand, they picked 4 polls. They could have picked almost any 4 polls. Yeah. They decided to pick these 4 polls that leads to this result. It could have been they just were like, hey, guys, and it's Fox, remember, right? Like, guys, let's find the 4 best polls. Come on, guys. Roll up your sleeves. What's the 4 best polls out there? Let's make them as accurate as possible. Or they could have looked at it and be like, well, if we include the Investor's Business Daily, these guys make the cut and these guys don't make the cut. Yeah. Investor's Business Daily, I mean, a Fox poll obviously is going to be among the 4. It's a Fox debate, right? The rest is you got room to play with. But honestly, I have no idea why they want to exclude Huckabee or Christie, so I don't quite...
So I think they want to get rid of Christie as punishment for hugging Obama.
Okay, so these are our theories. Okay.
That's I don't know. And then Huckabee, I'm sure it's a personal grudge from when he had a show on Fox.
Okay, so honestly, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. I was going to ask you, because I can't understand why you wouldn't want Huckabee and Christie on stage. They both speak very well. You know, I mean, I find them loathsome people. Please don't understand. And candidates. I mean, even just leave what kind of people they are aside. Right. But I don't understand why they wouldn't be wanted within the debate because they do mix it up. They're not afraid to. They're very glib. In other words, they're good. Combative. They're good TV. I guess
they play loose and fast with the facts. Exactly. They don't give a fuck about what they say, insult, or how much bullshit they throw out there. They are great for television, so it doesn't make any sense.
They're going to save quite a bit on craft services, though, I think.
Maybe that was it.
Well, Christie definitely makes for good TV. He's combative. He likes to attack and everything. Maybe Huckabee, he was standing up pretty strongly in support of saving Social Security from future cuts. They might not have liked that. But I don't totally get the
Doesn't
Christie,
feel like a political decision.
Do you think Reince Priebus had anything to do with it?
It might just be that they don't want 11 or however many people on the stage. And if this is how you cut 2, well, they don't think that they're going to win anyway. They still get to have their people who think they're going to draw in the biggest audience. I think that they just want fewer people. I think that they understand, and I think that it's true that people don't want to see 10 people so that everybody gets 6 minutes of time. They want to focus more on the candidates that have a chance at this point. Christie, under certain hypothetical situations, does have a chance, supposedly, if certain people drop out. But they're probably not going to win. And it's too many people. And so I think that they're just, whatever, we don't need them.
So what's even sadder is, so now they move down to the kids' table debate, right? Which has Bobby Jindal in it and Rick Santorum in it. But it's so sad. Pataki, former governor of New York, and Lindsey Graham, current senator from South Carolina, they didn't make the kids' table debate.
Yeah.
You had to get 1% of the polls to make it to the kids' table.
Yeah.
Okay, and Governor Gilmore of Virginia, people forgot he was running.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Gilmore, oh, God damn it. We forgot about Gilmore again. Okay.
And a bunch of those candidates, including Jindal, I'm struggling to remember all the names. Some of the polls don't actually have them on because they traditionally get so little support. But if you don't choose one of the other candidates who are on the poll, then they will then prompt you with these other names. And even with that sort of backup option, many of the candidates, including Jindal, Graham, Pataki, on these polls, didn't get any support. None. We got as much support in the Republican primary as they did.
Right. So bottom line is, of course they're super pissed about it. Christie comes out and pretends like, oh, it's no big deal, man. I'll debate anywhere, but that doesn't hurt my campaign at all. My campaign's been on fire. Well, if it was on fire, you probably would have made the debate. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's burning down. He's sort of right.
What I like about Pataki is at least they had the decency to be honest about it. He's like, no, we're deeply disappointed.